Hi everyone and welcome. Today let's make a Spanish or Valencia orange cake. It's spongy and light, and what I like the best about it, it has lots of orange flavor and it's easy to make.
I have all the ingredients ready. You can also see the full list of ingredients in the video description. Let's set the oven to heat to 180 degrees Celsius or 360 degrees Fahrenheit and prepare a cake pan by inserting parchment paper in it and oiling the bottom and the sides. Typically this cake is baked in a rectangular shaped pan. As I don't have such, I will bake it in a springform pan. I cut the parchment paper a bit bigger than the bottom of the pan because in case a little bit of the cake batter leaks through the bottom, the parchment paper will help to prevent it from dripping in the oven. First, let's get all the orange ingredients ready. We will need about 3 to 4 oranges in total. Wash the oranges and zest peel of 1 orange, only the outside peel, the orange part, and let's put it aside for now. Now let's cut off the remaining peel of the same orange and cut it in slices. We will put these slices in the cake later. We also need 220 milliliters of fresh orange juice, which we will squeeze now. Okay, now we have the orange juice as well and can put it aside for now. Let's add 12 grams of baking powder to 300 grams of flour in a separate bowl. Add also half a teaspoon of salt and mix everything. Let's break 4 eggs in a bowl. Add 180 grams of sugar and beat the eggs with the sugar till they are lighter and foamy. While continuing to beat the eggs, let's gradually add in the bowl 140 milliliters of oil. The batter gets a little thicker, creamier as we beat in the oil. Now let's add to the batter the 220 milliliters of orange juice and the orange zest we prepared earlier and mix them in. Let's sift in the dry ingredients, the flour and the baking powder. By sifting the flour, we prevent any flour lumps from going into the batter and adding more air, which will help to make the cake fluffier. Now we just need to mix in the flour and the batter is ready. It is smooth, consistent, without any lumps. Let's pour it in the prepared cake pan. The batter is quite runny, so the parchment paper sides will be helpful. Now I will arrange the orange slices on top of the cake and sprinkle about 3 teaspoons of sugar on top of the cake, which will create a bit of caramel and give the top a little crunchiness. And put the cake to bake for about 30 to 40 minutes. Check it by inserting a toothpick or a wooden match in the middle of the cake. If it comes out dry, the cake is ready. Otherwise, bake a bit more and check again. If the cake is not ready yet, but the top is getting too brown, put a piece of aluminum foil loosely on top of the cake, which will prevent the top from browning more. Let's remove the cake from the oven and let it cool before removing it from the pan. To remove the cake from the pan, let's run a blunt knife around the edges of the cake to make sure it does not stick to the pan anywhere. Now we can remove the side of the cake form, move the cake to a plate, cut and enjoy. The cake is spongy, soft, light, with a lot of orange flavor and with oranges inside. Thank you for joining me today and see you next week. Bye!